Point Sports and Entertainment. I want y'all to hit that like button. Make sure you sub to the channel if you are not a member. And be sure to hit them notifications as well so that you're able to get all of my content as well as all of my videos. As always, salute to the LDBC, basketball and boxing. And salute to all of the people that rock with me. Day ones, as well as my new subs. And be sure to share this video too as well. The beautiful brown sugar is in the building. I see you in here, sweetie. Hope you're doing okay. All right, it's early in the morning, and we're going to talk some hoops. I'm going to talk football a little bit later, but I do want to talk hoops. Let me say this right now, okay? As you know, the Cleveland Cavaliers, they take a L to the Warriors, a much short-handed Warriors team, okay? Salute to you, Cheyenne. I see you in the building, bro. Make sure y'all hit that like when you come in. And be sure to share the video too as well. Now, the Warriors came in. I gotta give, as much as I hate to do it, I gotta give Steve Kerr props. And more importantly, these Warriors players are seeing that, okay, we got to step up. Look, I know he don't look like a basketball player, but Pat Spencer just came in. Look, we know that Donovan Mitchell, he has this aura about him. Like everybody thinks that he's as good as what he is, and I'm gonna get on him in a minute. But Pat Spencer had a career high of 19 points. Okay, you're gonna laugh at that, right? But I think that's phenomenal because this dude has heart. He has came off of the bench and has stepped into a role in where they've had to cover up for Curry, him and Pods, several other guys. They're seeing, okay, we got to step up, and they didn't even have the other brother Seth Curry as well. Now, another thing is Steve Kerr. As much as I don't like him, I give him his credit this game. You know, I give him his credit this game because last night there was no reason that the Cleveland Cavaliers should have lost that game. Donovan Mitchell, I've been telling y'all, has been overrated for a long time. Yes, he had 29 points. I understand that, okay? I understand he had 29 points, but he shot 11 of 26 from the field, okay? And he also had 2 turnovers. Now, Garland didn't play too good either, okay? And, you know, I fuck with Garland, you know what I'm saying? But he just had not been the same with, you know, with the injuries and everything. And then plus, Jared Allen was out with a finger. You said Mitchell is a number 2. Mitchell is overrated. He's a diva and he's a snake of the highest order. You tell me when Donovan Mitchell can carry a team by himself and get that team over the hump. He's not on the level of a SGA. He's not on the level. He's not even on the level of an Ant-Man. He's not on the level of a Jay. He's not even on the level of a Jalen Brunson. He is not a leader. And ever since J.B. Bickerstaff had left the Cleveland Cavaliers, you have seen the demise of them, and you have seen the evolution of the Detroit Pistons. Please hit the like when you come in here. Hit the like button, please. It don't cost no money. Share the video too as well. Donovan Mitchell is not as good as what you think he is. Everybody been telling me, oh, Spider Mitchell, like my guy Cypress, shout out to him. Cypress TV would tell me, Spider Mitchell, I like him, all this other stuff. I don't want to hear none of this stuff. He couldn't even get his team to the Western Conference Final, nor the Eastern Conference Final with a stat team. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And listen, let's just call it what it is. The Cleveland Cavaliers, they're 14-11 now. They're 14-11. They are slumping. There's something. I'm gonna tell you something else too, Cheyenne and Brown Sugar. Everybody else in here listening, appreciate the like. There's a division going on, and there's something going on in that locker room. I'm not putting my finger on it. Stephen Green, I see you in the building. I Hey, what's up with it? Who is Hendo? I see you in the building. You said I've been telling MFs about Spider Bite Mitchell. Yes, Donovan Mitchell is overrated. And if you go look at my previous videos, my previous lives, I will also tell you that Donovan Mitchell, he is the reason for a lot of the stuff that goes on. Look, everybody talks about that Rudy Gobert situation, about how good Rudy Gobert, was playing around with the coronavirus and stuff like that. Yes, I get it. Okay, that's not nothing to play with during that time. It wasn't, and people were dying during that time. But Donovan Mitchell ended up getting sick. But he was so much of a diva and so much of a crybaby that this guy right here, after that, it affected his play. And at that time, the Jazz had a chance to win because they had 6 to 7 guys on that team, including Joe Ingles, that were averaging in double figures. Mike Conley Jr., all that time, if we go back to that time or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to go through the whole roster. Then on top of that, you come over to Cleveland, okay? Well, first off, let me talk about Shaq. Let me talk about Shaq telling Spider Mitchell what he needed to do. I knew right then and there when Shaq had told Donovan Mitchell what he needed to do and what he expected of Donovan Mitchell, he got all sensitive, looking like he was about to cry and shit. Okay? Then on top of that, he gets to Cleveland. Okay? Everybody's rah, 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 saying, oh, Cleveland going to the finals. Please hit the like when you come in here. Hit the like and share the video. Hit the like and share the video, okay? It don't cost no money, okay? We up on Sunday morning, okay? Like we having church or something. He gets to Cleveland. Shaq tells him what he expected of him. Then he'll start crying. Then he gets to Cleveland, and everybody's rah, 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 saying, oh, yeah, Cleveland going to the finals and all this other stuff. Donovan Mitchell's the best player and all this other stuff. Then, next thing you know, Cleveland lose their edge or whatever. Guess what he does? He blames JB Bickerstaff for everything that was going on. And guess who was the one that sat out? It was Donovan Mitchell, the one that sat out. It was his fault. Okay, then he wants to sit up there because he feels some type of way about JB Bickerstaff. Guess what he does? He goes ahead and gets JB Bickerstaff fired. He is the reason. JB Bickerstaff was the reason. He set the foundation of that Cleveland Cavaliers squad, of what you see right now. Okay, and the other coach is just a beneficiary of it, but he don't know what to do with them. Now you see the evolution of who is Hendo's Detroit Pistons. You understand what I mean? You said, I know what's going on in the Cav locker room. He wants more money and don't like. I'm going to get to that in a second. He is the best player when you give. No. Listen, he doesn't deserve it, Steven. The way you're going to get a max contract, you got to do the shit that Austin Reeves is doing. Yes, I said Austin Reeves, right? The way that you're going to get your money, you got to do the shit that SGA is doing. You understand what I mean? Hell, who I'm getting ready to talk about, if he goes on a pace and keeps on doing what he's doing, Cooper Flag. Cooper Flag, listen, I got on Cooper Flag, got on him after, on the first couple of games or whatever. Ever since he has played out of position, Cooper Flag, hitting team 35, turn around back door, then had 24, then had 22, had 16, then had 19 last night. Over the last 5 games, he's boosted his average to 17.3, and now is averaging 17.3 points and 6 rebounds. You understand what I mean? But we don't want to talk about that. Y'all don't want to bring this stuff to the table. Y'all are so emotional. I'm not talking about y'all, but I'm talking about, the mainstream media, stuff like that. They don't never want to call Donovan Mitchell out. They don't never want to call him out. But I'm here to call him out. Darius Garland got to get on him too. You know what I'm saying? He didn't play too good. I think he shot 1 of 6 from 3 pointers. Only had 17 points, but he was a minus 14 on the floor. Okay? And then Jared Allen, you out because of a finger, dog. I like Jared Allen, but man, sometimes, man, you coming off soft. Mitchell already got the extension past summer. He's robbing the cap. Exactly, he's stealing money. He's stealing money. He got money that he really, if we're looking at it in hindsight, he really didn't deserve that money. Okay? He really didn't deserve that money. And I know y'all want to talk about what happened last night um with football, Steven, and all that. I'm gonna make that in a separate video. Just make sure you put on your notifications and hit the bell that says all and let everybody know that I'm going live to talk about that, okay? But we're going to talk about college football later, but I have to talk about this situation right here, or these two situations. But the Golden State Warriors, I love what they're doing. They're digging down deep and they're fighting. You know what I'm saying? I got to give Steve Kerr's props. I've been on Steve Kerr, but I think Steve Kerr needs to do some soul searching. You know what I'm saying? Because he hasn't been looked at as the reason as to what's going on. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't been looked at as the reason to going on. You said the Pacers exposed the Cavs last season in the regular and in the postseason. Once Halliburton hit the game winner, I knew the Cavs was done. Yeah, that's true. What's up with it, man? We got Cypress TV coming up in the building. Sure you
What
go.
what it do, man?
Just don't come in here talking no bullshit, man. And make sure your phone is ready, and make sure that you don't do no hellfire capping that you be doing, man.
Hey, man, I don't do none
And,
of that.
and we and we're gonna have a real conversation about basketball. I don't want to hear none of this stuff that you be saying, talking about you don't like a specific player because of the way they dress or because he slept with so and so, and none of that. No, we talking about on the floor. Cypress TV, man. Talk about Donovan Mitchell.
Well, you right about
Oh yeah,
and
yeah,
yeah,
you good.
well, you right about hey Brown sugar, how you doing? What's up, Stephen Gray? You right about Donovan Mitchell being a crybaby and a snake, and he's most definitely overrated. I think they'll go far without him. And you right, I agree.
See, the thing about it is, ever since he has left, JB Bickerstaff left, I told people, everybody laughed at me, and to a certain extent, you did too, Cypress. Y'all laughed at me when I said JB Bickerstaff is going to turn the Pistons around. Guess what happened? He started doing it. It was like, oh, I had some people, not you, Cypress, but I had some other people coming in here. Well, what happened to the Pistons? Da, 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 da. Guess what happened? They ended up bringing in Trajan Langdon, which I think was even a better chess move. They're like, oh, so what? Big deal. Now you're seeing the evolution of them. All you needed to do was just give him weapons.
I think they got a shot to win the East.
That's it. You just gonna say they just got a shot to win the East? That's it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Well,
That's it.
oh my bad. I thought they had cut up.
You,
No, man.
you
Listen,
know,
from what I've been seeing
come
from
on, man.
I gotta keep it real, Polo. For what I've been seeing from
Hmm.
Detroit, they're a good team. They got a shot to win the East. They've been having a shot to win the East the last 2 seasons because I watched all their games last season. I was
You did. You did.
East every night.
You did.
And I think they got a shot to win the East, man.
Listen, I think the Detroit Pistons can challenge the OKC Thunder in the finals. I think that the Pistons have the necessary balance of ruggedness and physicality to challenge them. You said Pistons versus Knicks Eastern Conference Finals. Cheyenne said that's his prediction. What you think about that side?
Oh, not fall, not fall, not fall. Either Detroit and the Knicks, or I hate to say this, with a healthy Tatum, I might be Detroit and Boston. Well, no, you know what? Scratch that. Knicks, Detroit. I feel so shocking, like y'all. Detroit and Toronto.
What about the Heat?
I mean, the Heat is the Heat. They got every exposure of the coast. I should tell you everything you need to know.
Yeah, but they got a well, not a completely different team, but they've been playing revitalized. Look, I know they took that L against Dallas and everything, but man, come on, man, you're not giving Norman Powell his credit, man.
Well, it's not. Well, Norman Powell gonna
What
always.
about what about Tyler Hero? What about Bam, man? I know you mad he got Elshad Wilson. Get over it, man.
I ain't mad. Well, Bama bees. I think Bama bees. Tyler Hero took a step back, step or two back. I think Norman Powell is gonna eventually be the franchise player over there.
Damn, at 30,
Yeah, yeah.
at
Unless
32.
unless they well, I ain't gonna say franchise player, but star player that's gonna at least get them somewhere in the Eastern Conference. Until they go in the draft and go get a franchise guy. But you know what I meant to say. But yeah, but
Yeah, I feel you.
I think Toronto was one of the best. I think Toronto and Detroit are two of the best teams in the East.
I think Toronto is good defensively, but their problem is finding finding that balance at the end of the game of who's gonna get it. Because you got to think about they got R.J. I mean, they got Scotty Barnes, R.J. Barrett quickly. You know what I'm saying, and a couple of them other and Bi. You know what I'm saying. They got to find out. Okay, who's gonna do it now? Bi, he done came through in the clutch a couple of times. You know what I'm saying because Yo Gotti had told Glorilla to show up at the games, and courtesy of Cypress TV. He said go over there, to give him a little motivation, give him some of that Memphis flavor. You know what I'm saying? So that might have worked too. But what
Yeah,
you think?
man, it's amazing how you can be on New Orleans and can't walk for them not 2 years and go to Toronto and hit game winning shots. You got Glorilla on the sidelines.
Got Glorilla on the team. Don't hate. We ain't gonna go down that road though. Let's talk about this favorite subject that I know you love talking about. That you, the nigga Stephen Green, Cheyenne, Brown Sugar. Well, she like the Cowboys, but we ain't gonna get
Oh
on that.
my God.
The
We,
Dallas
we,
Mavericks.
we putting you on the prayer job, baby.
The
But yeah, go ahead.
Dallas, the Dallas Mavericks. The Dallas Mavericks done came up. Oh yeah, Hendo. Yeah, you right about that. A real point guard like my nigga Ryan Nimbar.
Oh my
But
God.
Ryan Nimbar, who you doubted. Yeah, 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 yeah. I told y'all about Ryan Nimbar. He makes his players better. Yes, I know AAD had 29 and 8, Hendo. I know Cooper Flag had 19, Brown Sugar. I know, you know what I'm saying, motherfucking PJ Washington, your favorite player, Cypress, had 14. But let's talk about this. Jason Kidd has been coaching his ass off. He don't need to be fired.
And well, yeah, he do, but yeah, that's for another
You
first
said
call.
he need to be fired, man. Man, he don't need to go in the man. Let's get the lights up, man. hit the like button. Don't cost no money. You know what I'm saying? Cypress got all the money in the world. You know what I'm saying?
I wish that was actually true.
I think Ryan Nimbard, I'm gonna be real with you, Hendo. I'm gonna be real with you, Cheyenne. I'm gonna be real with you, Stephen Green. I'm gonna be real with the nigga Cypress. He probably man, we done talked about this already. He tired of hearing my voice. Tired of hearing me on this. Ryan Nimbard is the better brother. He is. Even at 5'11".
That's
Hendo, that's
because
why
that's because
Hendo
of
gotta
the way.
understand. Hendo, that's why I got Isaiah Thomas as my starting point guard ever. You know why? Because he know how to play make and he can get his. This is a guy that could put up 30 and get you 11 assists.
Shout out to who was hand over the bill. He just said Jason Kidd is what? Okay.
No, he ain't trash. If he's trash, how did he go to the finals? If
Eh,
if he trash, how did he go to the Western Conference final without Kyrie? Without Kyrie, if he trash, how did he get a bubble ring on that Lakers bench? He ain't no trash as no coach. What you
Because
talking about?
he got a ball ring because LeBron was over there. It
You know what
wasn't
I'm
the
saying?
finals because they got
No, no,
Luca
no, no.
over there.
Hold on, Cypress. Hold on. Let me talk to Hendo for a second. No, he ain't trash. Listen, AD stay hurt. Okay, PJ Washington, Gafford, goddamn, Lively, all them motherfuckers never stayed healthy. Then on top of that, you got Kyrie with an ACL. What he supposed to do? You talking about he trash nigga, man? He making a way out of nowhere. Then you got a rookie that he got to teach. Do you know that that nigga's still in high school? If we going logically, Cypress, he ain't nothing but 18 years old. This nigga learning on this motherfucker white boy learning on the fly.
As they all do, but yeah, I get it. But he said he also
He
got ran
said he
out of
got ran out of
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee, but what did he do with Brooklyn? We don't want to talk about that, do you? You want to talk about how he took an old ass team with Brooke Lopez and all them, took him to a nice little stretch. Don't matter. He went to the finals. And I'll say this again. I know he's gonna piss Cypress off too, Hendo. I'll say this too. What final did Dan Tony get to? Okay.
Uh, that was
Yeah.
cute. That was cute,
What
man.
what what final did Dan Tony get to?
That was cute, man. I get
You
it.
know what I'm
No,
saying?
he
What
didn't. No,
what
he didn't get to
how did
that.
he capitalize?
Um,
What did Dan Tony do? He got all them there. What did Chauncey do? You should be saying Chauncey. You saying Jason Kidd? Chauncey trash. He don't even got nothing over five. He ain't got no winning percentage over 500. You talk about Jason Kidd trash.
both of them trash.
Yeah, D'Antoni, the guy that y'all say he revolutionized the 7 seconds or less. Nigga, 7 seconds or less. He's 7 seconds or less from being out of never getting to the finals. 7 seconds or less and couldn't take old ass Steve Nash and Dwight Howard and Kobe couldn't take them nowhere. Come on, man. Go ahead, Cypress. Oh
But
yeah, yeah. You see that? You see that, Cypress? He said, "Chill. Look. Hendo, don't even try that shit. Look, don't get Cypress started, man.
but he telling the truth. That crazy him
Hey,
though. Cause I had just said him though. I said, man,
hey,
that
hey,
man
y'all.
can't.
Cypress gonna go ahead and take over. I'll be back in a minute. Shout out to Hendo. Make sure y'all go sub to my guy Detroit Hendo in the building. Go sub to his channel. Take over, Cypress.
I got you. Listen, him though. I had just said, man, the man just clapping and they losing. I wonder why. I was actually cracking a joke. Come out later on, a couple days later, the man was gambling, man. Johnson wasn't rebuilding, he was selling out. Yeah, I don't think he should ever coach again. To be honest, nowhere NBA, college, nothing. He should never get a coaching job nowhere in the world. NBA, college, high school, nothing. He should be kicked out, script from the Hall of Fame. He should be out of here.
He said, hold on. He said Jay Kidd is trash, right? Let's talk about this. Go look at his win percentage. Go look at Chauncey Billups' win percentage.
As a coach, yeah,
As
he
a
trash.
coach,
Yeah, he trash.
he's not trash. Dude, every team that he done went to, he went to either the playoffs, he went to the Western Conference Finals, or he went to the finals. The only reason they didn't win the finals, right? But check
Right.
this out. He got there when you gave him that weapon and Kyrie. Listen, he didn't. They didn't win the first year because they had to get it together. Him and what's his name, Luca and Kyrie, they had to get it together. You gave them the monster weapons. Guess what happened? Now check this out, Hendo. You sitting up in here saying J Kid trash, right? If I don't have my weapons, let's say you take he got Detroit. Detroit is his squad, right? I don't have goddamn Jalen Duran. I don't have Ivy. You know what I'm saying? Or let's make it even better. Let's say I have just Jalen Duran and you take K Cunningham out of there. What you think JB Bickerstaff gonna be able to do? He's not gonna be able to do as much as he was
I
because
bet he. I bet he'll adjust and win. I get rid.
he'll adjust to win, but he ain't gonna. Everybody gonna be saying, "Oh, he trash and he all this and all this other stuff." But if you don't have your max player showing up, or you don't have your contract player like PJ Washington, who just signed 5 years, or you don't have a Lively who ain't at 100%. Lively got foot problems. You know what I'm saying? Grimes is gone. You know what I'm saying? You got a bunch of guys on there. You got an AD. You don't know what he gonna be. One night he hurt. Next minute he scoring 29. He the best player in the league. Then next thing you know he falling on his knee, got ice on his knee or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Dog, it's not all Jason Kidd's fault. Now I know why you saying he trash Hendo and Cypress because he put what's his name at point guard. He put Giannis at point guard.
No, I mean that ain't had nothing to do with it. But hey, man, Milwaukee won a chip after he left. But that no slight on him. But I think just because your key guys are down, you should be able to improvise and win. Like I think OKC is gonna improvise and win tonight, even though looks like SGA might be out.
They still would be able. You know what? That's going to be a tough one because they're not used to not having SJ. They used to not having Hendo and Brown Sugar, Steven, Cheyenne, are y'all up in here in Cyprus? They used to not having J Dub, or they used to not having Caruso, or they used to not having Chet. But that's going to be a different look. Now J Dub, I feel like I love J Dub, man. Is J Dub nice, y'all? I gotta give Cypress props. I give you props on that. J Dub is nice.
Yeah, first thing when I watched, I called Polo. I said, "Look, man, we were talking about OKC, and then before I even knew anything, I said, man, I like the kid J Dub. We gonna be the reason why they go far."
He said we he said we all got to collab. So man, listen, man, I don't think you man Cypress gonna want like at least 50 females around, you know what I'm saying? He gonna want some drink around, you know what I'm saying? He gonna want to be like Dennis Rodman, then come grab 20 boards the next morning. You know what I'm saying? That's how we roll around here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we can do something here though. If y'all with it, we can do it. Let's do it. Whenever y'all want to do it, we can do it. I'm with it. Let's work.
So the Dallas got a chance of making the playoffs. They dominated Houston last night.
Well, Houston is lacking a point guard.
They got Reed Shepard.
Yeah, but they don't have Fred Van Vliet.
Listen, they've been doing good without him. They've been doing good without Fred Van Fleet. They've been doing Amon Thompson. He stepped his level of play up, and Reed Shepard. Do you know that Reed Shepard is shooting well over 40% from three?
Well, I ain't watching no Rockets game this year, I don't think.
What?
And maybe one or two.
What?
Yeah, I ain't really been on the
Wait a
Rockets.
minute. You told me that the Rockets were scary, and now you ain't watching them.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah, they're going to be scary down the stretch, yeah. Yeah. I've been
Stephen
kind
Green.
of, I've been
Stephen
kind
Green.
of focused on Detroit, really, man.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man. Detroit, man. I want them to make it, man. I want them to do the unthinkable, man. Cause I love Cade, man. That's my guy. And Jalen Durham is a monster, regardless of what people want to say. Jalen Durham, he got a lot of Karl Malone in him.
Mm. Go Spurs, go. Shout out to my Spurs, too, for staying afloat and handling the business and Wemby been down, man. He said Dallas play, and I think Dallas gets it back. I think Dallas will get to like the fifth seed, Stephen Green. Yeah, they got a nice bench. They just gotta. They keep Gafford gotta stay up, man. AD gotta stay, which I don't think he can do anymore. So I hate to say it, but I just don't think AD is that guy anymore, man. I gotta be honest. Philly got the Lakers tonight. I think Philly can beat the Lakers tonight. I think if LeBron don't score at least 25, Philly can beat them. I don't know what's up with Orlando right now though. You said LeBron ain't playing tonight. Okay, that's even worse. But I don't know what Luca's status is. If Luca play, I guess that'd be okay. But man, Maxie been balling. I think Maxie should be in MVP conversation. Point blank period. So do y'all think Maxie should be in the MVP conversation? It says LeBron gonna say my booty hurts, so I'm out. Shout out to Cheyenne, man. I think Maxie's MVP this year, hands down. Don't you agree, Polo? Well, yeah. Hey, Polo, where you at, man? Do you think Maxie MVP this year? You think so, Cheyenne?
I like Steven's take.
What he say? Maxie MVP? I agree.
I'm being biased, man. Nah, Shay's the MVP right now, man.
Oh my God! Well, yeah, I can't take that away from him. So, what y'all think about today's NFL matchups, y'all? Let's talk about it. Yeah, I know. I seen that game the other night. I don't think the Chargers are beating Philly.
Now we're talking football.
Yeah, I don't see the Chargers beating Philly, but I don't see Philly beating them by much neither because they can score.
You said the Bears have better defense than the Packers. The Bears win. Whew, I don't know. Not actually Green Bay has a. I looked that up last night. Cypress is my witness, man. The Bears actually ain't as good as defense. If we're going by the numbers, the Packers are number 4. The Bears are ranked like number 20 something, but
But
they're still winning though. Go ahead, my bad.
I think the Browns and the Packers are gonna split the two games that they're gonna play. But let me tell you this: if the Bears somehow get both of these games, which I don't think so, but I'm just hypothetically saying, if the Bears can go get both of these games, watch out, man. Watch out. I don't think we gonna beat the Ravens neither unless Lamar Jackson not play. I have no faith in Aaron Rodgers. No faith in the Pittsburgh Steelers coaching staff right now. I'm be looking close at the Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguar matchup today for the AFC South title. So I'm gonna be looking close at that one. I don't know. I think Indy might find a way to edge this game somehow, some way. I think Indy's gonna find a way to win it. But I think Green Bay have to get ahead of the Bears early. You can't just feel like that you can just play slow. No, you have to open up the playbook on them and get down the field and score a touchdown. Field goals ain't gonna cut it in this game because Caleb Williams can move that offense. And they do have I can't lie, they do have a respectable defense, but Caleb Williams can move the offense out of the field. If you're Green Bay, you kind of speed up the tempo just a little bit and you open up the playbook. What other meaningful NFL matchups y'all see that y'all thinking about? Tap in with your man, Cyber TV takeover right now. Let's do it. Out of all the things that say Stephen Green, he said Deshaun
Yeah.
Watson is back in
Well,
Cleveland.
Deshaun
Who
Watson, man.
can?
Listen, Deshaun Watson, man. I still got faith in him, Cypress. I still got faith in Deshaun Watson, man. You know what I'm saying? I know he done torn his Achilles and stuff, but I think that Deshaun they can't do nothing with him, like in terms of trading him or anything like that, because of the contract with Cleveland. But I say they go ahead, do what they can to move Shador, get him in a better situation. What's the name? Deshaun Watson. He'll just try to win that fan base over because that's about the only thing that they can do right now. But where the problem comes in is Miles Garrett. Is he gonna stand behind that? You know what I'm saying? Because he's standing by Shador.
Nah, he can't stand behind it. Let me tell you why, bro. Like if you ain't gonna do nothing with you do, you move. But here are the issue with Cleveland Brown. If Deshaun Watson get hurt, then what you got? Dylan Gabriel can't really do much of nothing. He left his game back in college sometime where I guess.
well, well, you bring back Joe Flacco.
Oh my God. Yeah. But I love me Like you ain't gonna get me to say bad things about Joe Flacco.
Yeah. Hey, Joe Flacco, your goat, man.
I ain't gonna go that far, but I like Joe Flacco. I ain't gonna go that far, but I like Flacco.
Yeah, man. What did y'all think of that game last night, man? I'm gonna just talk about it right here. I was gonna, Indiana, and Ohio State. Come on, man. Let's talk about it.
Uh, Ohio State play good till they get the bottom half of their schedule, like I always say. But I think they still get a decent bowl game though. You talking about the Hoosiers, right?
Damn, he said James Madison and Steven. Hey, Steven, man. Cypher didn't even want to talk to your boy last night, y'all, brown sugar. When we talk about Alabama, man, boy, that boy was heated.
Yeah, man.
Body, bro. That North Memphis came out, bro.
My roll tide long back. Like I'm not against them losing, bro. Like y'all gotta put up better effort than that. All right, Stephen Green, though.
Yeah, they don't talk like. Hey, Steven, we was having a good morning, man, but man, don't get that nigga. Cypher's gonna want to step down, man. Bruce Gas. Yeah, we definitely got to talk about that fight last night too. Go sub to Bruce Gas, Jazz, Boxing, and Mo.
And we do good wrestling trivia over there with Bruce Gas. Shout out to Bruce Gas. Shout out to Cyber TV for coming in second place last time. Hopefully we can get Polo over there talk some boxing and some get Polo over there talk some boxing and wrestling trivia over there. Who won the fight last? Well, who fought last night? Roach. Did Roach win the fight last night, Bruce Gas? They probably had the floor. They probably had Tank Davis judges after last night. It was a draw. Shout out to Bruce Gas in the building. Bruce Gas talks about boxing. Bruce Gas talks about wrestling, man. I gotta catch y'all over there. Put the beat down on y'all over there. Over there, Bruce Gas spot.
Yeah, hey, last night, since Bruce is in here and he knows boxing, last night we had Lamont Roach versus Isaac Pitbull Cruz, one of my favorites, man. And it came down to a draw, but it was controversial. Isaac Isaac Cruz won that fight. Isaac Cruz won that fight. Now I fuck with Lamont Roach too, but Isaac Cruz won that fight, y'all, hands down. And Bruce can attest to that. He was covering the fight last night. Excellent coverage. What do y'all think, man? I agree with you, Stephen, on that. Yeah, no, no, I don't. No, I don't agree. I don't agree with that, Stephen, because what's his name? Pitbull, Pitbull, not Roach down. You know what I'm saying? And he was landing the better shots, man. And like I said, I fuck with Roach, but Pitbull was doing. He looked like he had been working hard. Nah, it was a draw, man. Okay, all right, yeah. It was a Yeah, rematch it. Yeah, it should go ahead and rematch because we know Tank ain't. I was over there trolling Bruce yesterday. I was saying, Tank ain't. Listen, Haney, it's it's Haney's world now. It's Haney and Crawford's world right now. Regardless of what y'all think, it's Team Haney over here. I know my nigga Cypress don't like Bill Haney. He don't like Devin Haney. Nah, it's Team Haney over here. Dream team, nigga.
Mm. Yeah, I don't really care for them too. I see they didn't manipulate they didn't let celebrity boxing manipulate boxing, man. Get rid of that celebrity boxing nonsense, and let's get back to boxing.
Listen, I like what Jake Paul doing. He giving people opportunity. Hell, for a while, boxing was dead until Jake Paul came in the fold. Turkey out of She came in the fold.
I wish they get rid of that crap. That's a bunch of crap and make boxing look bad, man. And make the sport of boxing look sad. Get rid of that nonsense. I'm totally against that. Let me get rid of that nonsense. If they want to put the fights on Netflix, cool. But all that celebrity about get rid of that nonsense. Cause you killing the sport of boxing by doing that. So,
Listen, it's no difference. It's no difference from Rocky facing Hulk Hogan.
man, come on, man.
Yeah, it's no difference from Rocky facing Hulk Hogan. Nah, but real talk. I li- I like I like what Jake Paul um is doing. Like I don't like. Okay, you don't have to like him as a as a person. You know what I'm saying? You don't even have to like him as a boxer. But as far as a businessman, him and the Paul, you got to think about it. His brother Logan, he's revitalized the WWE. You don't think so?
Yeah, he revitalized it to the point where they're going down in the dumps.
How?
The ratings are terrible.
What for WWE?
Yeah, the PLE rating and the rating on that is terrible, bro. Ain't nobody watching that crap.
Man, please, man. There's been a lot of people that been consuming that, man. Especially since they done got on Netflix. Now I'll tell you what killed the ratings though a little bit. Well, it didn't really kill it, but a lot of people were complaining that when they brought back Hulk Hogan, he stirred up a lot of controversy. You know what I'm saying? When they brought him back, he made that appearance and stuff, and a lot of people were complaining about that. But I mean, other than that, I felt like they were doing good. And on top of that, I like the fact that you got women like I think the women have have kind of done their thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I like Cargill. That's my shawty right there. But listen. I think it's because Cypress, man, we look at the way that we look at wrestling, and the way that Steven probably look at wrestling, and the brother Bruce, and even Brown Sugar, because she like combat sports and she know about wrestling a lot too. Okay, it's not gonna be the same as you know what I'm saying, Junkyard Dog, Ultimate Warrior, you know what I'm saying, Zeus for the short period of time, you know what I'm saying, Bushwhackers, you know what I'm saying. If you're looking for that, Legion of Boom Road Warriors, you know what I'm saying? Scotty Too Hottie and all that for a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Uh, Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty, the Rockers and stuff like that. If you're looking for all that, man, them days is over with.
Well, you right. Them days are long gone.
Yeah, them days are long gone, but you know, I mean, everything got to evolve, man. And this is a new day and time. It's just like somehow, some way, they got to infiltrate in order to bring that shit back. Like, look what okay, Bruce Gas, Steven, if Hendo's still in here, hope he is. Cheyenne and Cypress, man, everybody up in here. Do y'all know what just took place business wise that I think was epic and is gonna shake up things? Netflix winning the bidding war and buying Warner Brothers. Nigga, that to me that's huge. And y'all like, okay, well, what's your point and all this other stuff? Netflix. Think about what Netflix has been producing. They produce one of you know, the biggest fights that everybody was raving about in Canelo and Crawford and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he had Jake Paul and Mike Tyson or whatever, and it might not have been a good fight, but everybody was looking at it. Like Netflix is really shaking up the market, man. That to me, that was a big shakeup, man. Them doing something like that. So you got WWE. You throw that in there. You know what I'm saying? For a lot of people, they felt like the NBA had fell off for a while. Now look at the NBA ratings ever since they NBC then came in, Prime then came in, stuff like that. And I think that that's what you have that's going on with Netflix from a business standpoint. I don't know. I could be wrong though. But that's I want to know how y'all feel about that. How do y'all feel about Netflix? Shaking up the market like that. Y'all still there?
Yeah, we still here, man. I don't know, man. I think they should have kept it the way it was, man. Cause it's terrible.
But you don't think that was a chess move? Them getting Warner Brothers?
Who you say Netflix?
Huh? Yeah,
You said
Netflix bought out Warner Brothers. There was several different entities that was trying to bid for it, but they won the bidding war.
okay, so they bought the whole. Okay, okay, that was a nice move then.
Yeah, and see, that's what I was saying. You got WWE over there. You saying like wrestling trash and all that other stuff right now, right? Well, if they did that, they bought Warner Brothers. Well, guess what, nigga, that could shake things up and boost things up.
Yeah, can. We will see in due time.
But you know what I'm saying? I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? But the example that I just gave, Cypress, is like, okay, look at the NBA, right? Everybody thought that it was a bad idea of them making, TNT, bringing the inside NBA, and Shaq and all them, and chucking all them over to ESPN and stuff, and then them just shaking up things and Prime and NBC and stuff. And look, the ratings have shot through the roof, and that's without your king, LeBron James.
Yeah,
No,
I think he's close to retirement.
yeah, man, he been long overdue.
I think LeBron gonna try to max out at least 25 years.
Nah, man, LeBron is done, man. Uh, like,
I think
yeah,
LeBron he gonna try to max out at 25 years, man.
I mean, okay, don't get me wrong. He could probably still just run up and down the court and all that stuff, man. But hell, Cypress, me and you, I could still run up and down the court. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Get a little good exercise. You know how you play pickup ball, right? And
Yeah.
you go to the gym. Let's say we go up in there for rec. I bring Cypress. You know what I'm saying? We can. You know what I'm saying? We can hoop, right? And we got a bunch of young guys. We got like 4 young guys on there, but we need one. And we pick up an older cat, you know what I'm saying? He like, hey, I'll run with you, but you give him that look like, I don't know about him, but he'll be like, come on, man. And he just basically a utility guy, you know what I'm saying? He just there to get your rebounds. You tell him to pass the ball, he gonna pass the ball, you know what I'm saying? And all he doing pretty much is running up the floor, running up and down the floor. That's what LeBron is.
Uh-huh.
He about 60. He ain't trying to go to no NBA. He trying to get home. So he could take his medicine. Eat his breakfast, and then
Uh-huh.
go over there and go watch some football with Cypress a little bit later. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully he'll have a Hennessy on deck and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And that's about it. You know what I'm saying? He ain't trying to be no superior athlete no more.
Ain't no need for it, man. You done made all the money that to make. You done milk the game for what it's worth now.
House paid off,
Right.
car paid off, business. You know what I'm saying? He didn't retire.
Right. He don't want for nothing. He got all the money in the world.
Yeah. He over there having fun with Lethal Shooter. Shout out to Lethal Shooter and shit.
Shout
You
out to
know,
Lisa Shooter.
yeah, man. But yeah, man. I really feel good about kicking it back to the NBA, man. I really feel good about uh, what the Mavericks are doing. You know what I'm saying? Now, I just want to see them fight. You know what I'm saying? I don't want Kid to go out like that. I don't want Anthony Davis going out like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
I like Lively. You know what I'm saying? I think Lively was, if you really want to be honest, Memphis, and I know some people gonna probably look at me like I'm crazy. I know you fuck with PJ Washington and Gafford, but Lively was just as big of a part of that impact of them going to the finals. Okay, yeah, you look at his numbers. Oh man, he only had, you know what I'm saying, a couple points, you know what I'm saying, a few rebounds and stuff like that. But this nigga impact defensively don't show up on the stat sheet, you know what I'm saying? But ever since he done had that concussion, man, he done lost that edge.
True, you right.
Yeah, so we got some games for your ass today. NFL, man, this weather looking kind of crazy. It's not even all that cold where I'm at, but we gotta see what's gonna happen today, man. It's a lot of things. I know the what's it called? The Chiefs cannot lose. The Chiefs can't lose. When the Cowboys play again, they cannot lose.
Well, the Chiefs ain't losing today. They playing against who? The Texans, right?
They playing against the Texans. What you mean? Cypress, do you, why do you underrate them, bro?
They ain't gonna.
The Texans are not fucking around, and they got a line for your ass. You know, Harrison Jr. is a beast,
Yeah, but they ain't going nowhere, man.
bruh. Like I got my daughter and my son saying, bruh. All right, look, I'm going for the Chiefs, but don't be surprised because I'm gonna come up in here. I'm gonna need y'all to show front and center. I'm gonna need Stephen Green to show up. Cheyenne, Brown Sugar, you know she gonna show up. Bruce, even though he don't, he messed with a little bit of football, a little bit of basketball. He about boxing and wrestling, but hey, when they win, I'm gonna need y'all to show up here.
All right, well, for good. We got the post game show coming up after the game.
All right. So the next game, what you said you were looking at the Eagles game. That's what you
No,
intro.
no, I said actually, well, yeah, that, but actually, I was paying attention to the Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars. 'Cause
Oh
the
yeah,
Jags
yeah,
beat
yeah,
Alabama.
yeah, yeah, yeah. There we go. Now you talking. Now we talking meat and potatoes. Okay, go ahead.
Uh, I think the two good teams, but I think down the stretch, the Colts are gonna show you why they're gonna win the AFC South.
The Jaguars are gonna win, and they're gonna win convincingly. Listen, the Jaguars. Matter of fact, dare I call Cypress. You know this ain't to offend you, my guy, but Cyber, you would be kind of hypocritical because guess what? You said the Jaguars would still be winning if they didn't have Travis Hunter, and that's what they've been doing. I was wrong, nigga. You was
Well,
right.
of course you I was wrong. I'm trying to tell you.
Ah, this nigga here. When I told you that the Jags wasn't no joke, nigga, that first night when they beat the Chiefs, you and Kim folk was looking at me crazy.
Yeah, but I think they're nice, but I think the coach are gonna show why they're gonna win AFC South.
Nah, man. Mm-mm. Nah. That's the nah. The coast and what they done drop like two straight, I think.
Yeah, but they'll still win the AFC South, man.
Mm-mm. Nah, man. The coach, boy, they and don't say that because Indiana won last night. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Here you come, man, with your conspiracy theories.
don't
Oh
don't.
man, I've been saying, I've been saying that Daniel Jones was put in the right situation since he left
Oh,
to
I
go
fuck
to
with
the
Daniel Jones.
Giants, man. Come on, Polo, we ain't doing that, man. We ain't doing that.
I like Daniel Jones, man. You know what I'm saying? Even though I like Anthony Richardson, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I like Anthony Richardson, although he did some he made some stupid decisions, man. But I was having faith in him, you know what I'm saying? But Daniel Jones has stepped it up, and I like my boy Taylor, man, Jonathan Taylor.
Uh,
You know what I'm saying? But it's just the Jags are too much, man. The Jags, man, they playing with their backs against the wall. If you really think about it, man, because nobody expected the Jags to be doing what they doing. I did, but you and Kim folk, y'all was looking at me like I was crazy when they played the Chiefs. They
yeah,
they made the they made the Chiefs look old, brown sugar.
a lot of teams made the Chiefs look old.
Shit, you know, got Pat Mahomes out there looking like Joe Flacco and shit.
Well, here you go with the Joe Flacco disrespect. What other good games on tap for the NFL today? But I'm gonna be looking closely to uh the Packers and Bears game.
Yeah, I think that's the sweet spot, man. That's I think that's the game that everybody you know want want to see, man. And I do want to see that. I'm interested in that Jaguars and Colts and the Texans and the Chiefs, man. I think those are important games. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to see how the Chiefs respond to everything that's been going on, that's been taking place. You know what I'm saying? Because they can't lose a game. They can't lose a game, and neither can the Cowboys. And I want to see. You know what else I want to see? The Ravens and the Steelers.
I don't really care about that. I think the Ravens are gonna beat oh. Well, if it ain't on Lamar Jackson, we got a shot. But if it's Lamar Jackson, we ain't got a shot.
What's the status on Lamar Jackson? They talking about questionable?
No, what they had said that he didn't practice a couple days this week.
Yeah, well he missed. Yeah, he missed practice because of ankle. He had ankle issues. Um, but is it gonna come down to a game time decision? Let me know. Fact check me because I haven't checked.
Uh, I don't know. I just know he missed a couple days of practice.
I think Lamar gonna play. I mean, like Brown Sugar said, like you said, and I've been saying, and we all agree to this. He hasn't looked the same. I think he's still hurt though. You know what I'm saying? And but I give him credit for getting out there fighting. You know what I'm saying? But he gonna have to Joe Flacco it.
Well, I think they know that, but they just ain't been able to. They just decided not to put it publicly out there to give the Steelers no added motivation.
Ammunition. Yeah, that's fact. But your team is making headlines because Mike Tomlin. Uh, all right, man. I already know the answer to this. You know what I'm saying with Cybers, man. But everybody been on Mike Tomlin. Everybody saying, okay, although we've come to the end of the road, and we got Aaron Rodgers, same thing. They ready for him to go. You ready for him to go? What's gonna happen with your Steelers, man? That's your squad, Memphis.
I think we need coaching changes. We need coaching changes, and I think Tomlin got to go. Aaron Rodgers shouldn't even be there. That's my take.
All right. Well, you got it. Uh, the brother Cypress, he done spoke his he done spoke his truth. Look, I really feel like it's not all Tomlin's fault. The organization. I don't know, man. Y'all probably feel like, man, Polo, you stick up for the coaches too much and stuff like that. A lot of me does, and a lot of me doesn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hated to give Steve Kerr his credit last night, but I had to give him his credit. He did a good coaching job. But in this situation, man, they're not gonna fire Mike Tomlin. But is his tenure overdue for the fans? It is because, like yourself, you've been itching for Tomlin to get a championship. You know,
And yeah, I think Tomlin is done. As far as Pittsburgh, anyway, done in my opinion. I could be wrong, but I think Tomlin is done, man.
what you do is you bring him into the front office. You bring him into the front office. You give him an opportunity to do it from an organizational standpoint. Because I mean, he done a lot for that organization, and I'm gonna say this game right here. This is a storyline for your ass. Why? Because guess who you've been defending, Cyber? You've been defending Harbaugh. The way you feel about Tomlin is the same way that I feel about Harbaugh. You say Harbaugh should stay. I feel like he should go. You know what I'm saying? Like what good has Harbaugh done since winning that championship?
You see, this is the thing. He get a longer leash because he won a championship. Same with Tomlin, same scenario. Only places you don't get along leash is there in the NBA.
Hell, not even that. Cause I mean, they got rid of what's his name, Adrian Green. I mean, Adrian Griffin.
Right. And I think he should get a head coaching job somewhere.
Hell, I like to have him over there with the Sixers.
Yeah.
Appreciate the light. You know, you gotta get But nah, man. But yeah, man. We gonna go ahead. We gonna wrap it up. Sabi, you got anything, man? Before we ride out, man.
Man, I catch y'all on the post game show. Live. Straight to the point.
All right. Okay. Hey, like, share, subscribe, hit the notifications too. Straight to the point. Shouts out to the LDBC basketball and boxing. Until then, I'm gone.
For sure. We out here.